always said one day before I die, I want to wake up in a hotel, mid-price range in Dayton, Ohio, and gaze upon what's left of what seems to be a Ponderosa. Good times. 2 questions. Why is there padding at the bottom of that bar? And do they ever squeeze it? Blech. Time to leave Dayton, Ohio, and move toward Kentucky. The search continues for old cars. Steve, in the time I've been here, has peed on the Prius twice. Embarrassing, but understandable.
Always a pleasure.
We went from 75 at Dayton to 35 east, and now we're taking this exit. This will go south all the way down till we get to the Ohio River. We're going to parallel that, going 52 east all the way to Maysville, Kentucky. So let's get off this exit, start taking the side roads, and let's find us some cool vehicles. The house I'm approaching right now has had several cars in the yard for the last 30 years. I'm gonna guess there are several like Pontiac Grand Prix, Cutlasses, Regals, and maybe a couple of Pontiac Le Mans. Last time I was here was in the 90s. There's the Grand Prix. There's the Regal. 30 years. Another Tempest or Le Mans? 56 Chevy. 4-door, but still a 56. I used to come down this road a whole lot, and a lot of the cars I'm seeing are the ones that have been here for a whole bunch of years. Such as that orange and white 57 Ford right there. It's always been pretty. It's always sat outside though, which kind of makes me wonder how the heck it's stayed looking so good. Okay, time to play a little game. It's a Chevrolet C1500 1997. It's got the price on the windshield, but I want you guys to take a stab at what you think. It is clean. Probably a set of 18s on there. For sale by a dealer, so expect it to be a little higher than what you're thinking. Inside of the bed is glorious. The whole body looks really, I mean, it looks good. What do you think? I don't see the amount of miles. Very clean interior. I mean, it's nice. Now, what are you thinking of keeping us down here so you can't see the windshield? How much you think? Did you think 15.5? I must say, I mean, it's got a couple little things. See the seal right there kind of messing up? That's pretty typical. But man, that body is clean. Okay, Fayetteville Hardware and Supply LLC Simplicity Cub Cadet. I tell you what, it's clean. No idea on the miles. Got a Jeep guy up here. Jeep pickup truck, 2 of them. Jeep off to the side. Jeep over there. AMC Hornet. First time we've seen one of those on this trip. That's cool. 63. 2-door Biscayne. Then a Chevy truck in front of that, like 49 to 56. I'm not good at those years, but that's the second 2-door Biscayne that I've seen this week. The other one was a 64 Biscayne. That's obviously a 63 right there, but I always like those more than the others. I like the ones that had a 3-speed on the column with a 6-cylinder, you know? Obviously the SS409s are cool, but these are also cool. Finally, an old junkyard. I'm in the town of Bardwell, little bitty dinky town on 68 South. I don't know if you could see through there yet, but there's absolutely cool stuff in here. I obviously can't go through here, but I want you to see by me sticking this through here. Really old school bus, and the Ford there obviously. Got a Mustang sitting right beside it. Several things over here, but I'm gonna walk along this fence because I know I've seen from the road several things over the years in different portions of this area. So
Now, the area we're going by right now, we're not honestly missing very much. There's a lot of like 80s Crown Victorias and Mercury Marquis. However, there's one a little special in there. A two-door version of a Mercury Marquis. See a Thunderbird that's about 77, 78, two of them over there. So far looking like kind of a Ford guy. But as we come up this way, there's cool stuff in here. A Mercury station wagon. It's going to be early 70s. See across in the distance there? Lots of early 60s Fords. There's a 59 or not a 59 Thunderbird over there, I think. Walk a little bit further. See, there's cool stuff in here. There's some thorn bushes here, but it's actually wound up being a really nice day here today. Yesterday was cold. I woke up this morning at the hotel. It was 32 or 34. And see if I can get around all this. See, some of this has been in here for a minute. But look way down in there. Can you recognize any of the chrome? Let's come up this way a little more. A little muddy. About a 75 or 76 LTD. Galaxy 500 wagon. Mustang over there. You got to keep in mind though, the shot that you're seeing is not the one I'm seeing because I'm still behind the fence. I'm just holding the camera kind of over the edge. More Fairlane type stuff. Mercury's. Now I got to go all the way around the front here. Pretty cool, huh? And once we get up here, this is what I was wanting to show you. And there happens to be a place in the fence here where I may be able to, yeah, I can see above that. Zoom in a bit. Got an Edsel there. Man, a whole row of early 60s Fords. I mean, just a row of them. Was it a junkyard? Can you tell that the T-Bird back there, the white one, has a tree growing out from under the hood? Man, if you like early 60s Fords, they can set you up here. Like I said, this town is called Bardwell. B-A-R-D-W-E-L-L. I've not seen any kind of marking on the property to say who it belongs to, but that's what's in it. Middle of the country in Kentucky. It just sounds good, doesn't it? Fence ends right there. I'm not missing anything beyond here. Pretty cool stop though. 68 south, aiming toward the river, basically 52. Somebody thought that this is a good place to do a burnout.
Warning, warning, tractor content. At the intersection of 68 and 125 East. I've driven by this so many times and I've never stopped. What? This is why I stop. Whoa. That sure looks like a Cushman, is it? Okay.
Anyway, we got a guy up here in a truck. I'm gonna see if they're open or closed, or if I can come up in here, or if I shouldn't. Whatever he says to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, there's cool stuff here. I thought this was just the big older stuff, but there's
beautiful stuff here. Oh, so cool, just rows of them. I'm gonna come up to this guy and see what he says. Well, he said the Cushman is for sale. It's a 1950. And his name's Leroy. He knew my grandpa, who's been gone for a really long time, so that was exceptional. Said the engine still rotates. By the way, if you guys are looking for one, what we have right here in front of us is $850 and it's negotiable. So I don't know much about these. What a wild setup, huh? As they say, they're not making them anymore. Looks like it needs a carburetor. Still has its flywheel. Needs a headlight assembly. $850, is it worth that? What do you guys think? I love the old tractors though, man. He has got just at least hundreds here. What do we got over here? Massey Ferguson. This is in that era when think like late 40s up until like mid 50s, late 50s. The Ford looked like the Massey Ferguson, which looked like the Fordson, which looked like 5 other brands. Love these things. Check out the planter on the farm all over there. You see that close enough? Wow. These things can be every bit as collectible as cars. Love these things, but I got to get on the road. Man, I almost dropped the ball. D&J Auto Sales, Louderback Farms, 937-378-2523. I stopped and talked to a guy at this address a long time ago. Substantially older dude. And inside this garage, he had a 40 Chevy. See the part that's open there? That's where he had his car. It looks like somebody still lives here, but it looks like maybe that guy's gone or whatever. But yeah, he had such a cool 40 Chevy in that garage. It was a black 2-door coupe, and the steering wheel in it, this area right here on the wheel had a little bar that went like this, and you'd grab that and it would stay stationary as the wheel turned. Such a cool setup. Yeah, I think he's probably not lived here in a while. That's a shame. Like I said, he was an older guy when I was here probably 15 years ago. Welcome to Ripley, little bitty dinky town. We are now at the intersection of 68 and 52. We're gonna go east, which takes us down toward Maysville, Kentucky. You know, Ripley's a cute little town. I always like coming through this town, but it's kind of weird too. And one of the things I always thought was odd, the people who are living on this side of the road over here cannot be buried in that cemetery because they're not dead. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta cross the street and go look at that. Good looking truck, really. Little rust down low, it looks like. We'll see here in a minute. Alrighty, before we get close to this thing, what do you think? How much? It's a Kentucky truck, so it's kind of hard to say on the rust. There's some down low there. Some down low there. New exhaust. Pretty sizable lift, probably 4 or 6 inches. Square body Passion. Okay. The phone number is 606-407-3881. How much you think it is? Ooh, I see brake fluid on the inside of that front tire there. It's got the same rust over here, some down low, all the way around. A little more there, but the bubble's the same as that. So, yeah, that's what I was talking about the brake line probably leaking. See the wetness there? 305 or 350, almost certainly. $10,000. See if we can see up inside this thing. Pretty typical. There's a seat back there, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, I think you can. 10 grand for that thing. 86,000 miles. Runs good as opposed to well. Well, 10K? Cost you that in gas money to get it home.
Yeah, I had to stop.
Here, look at this thing. Oh, dude. I don't know if it's for sale. It's in front of Phillips Truck Accessories, 937-795-8699. Two trucks I want to show you. There's kind of a Pro Street looking thing over there, but this one first. Oh, that looks good like that, doesn't it? Got this almost sunset light going on. I'm digging that. It appears to be solid down low. Got a little something in the door there. Yeah, a couple little cracks. Wow. I like that one. I also like that one. Is that a Dodge long bed back there, the red one? You see that? Anyway, let's look at this one. Cool color. Looks like they may have just put paint on this one recently. Automatic. New seat looks like. Nice truck. Wheels look good on there. Still got drum on the back. It looks like they did a really good job on the paint on that. It's hard to get aftermarket doors and fenders to line up. You can kind of see a little off. Like this area down through here, it's hard to get that right, and up through here. All in all, good solid truck. Probably a whole bunch of new metal on it. Yeah, that's nice. Phillips Truck Accessories, Aberdeen, 937-795-8699. They have pretty cool stuff.
There's an interesting bit of trivia about the bridge we're about to cross. It was designed by the same guy who did the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. However, this one was built before. Tell me if it looks familiar. You think? Look how small and how narrow. This has been here for just years and years and years. Zoom out a little bit. How cool is that?